Hello students, welcome to the online session on design and analysis of algorithms. In this session, we shall take up the concept of knapsack problem through dynamic programming approach. Okay, so as we have discussed the same knapsack problem in module 2, that is greedy method, we are somewhat familiar with what the problem is, what is the concept. So we are given with a knapsack with a limited weight capacity. The capacity of the knapsack will be some fixed size and some items, each of which have a weight and its corresponding value. Each object will be having its own weight and also its corresponding value. It also can be called as profit. Okay, then the problem here is which items to be placed in the knapsack such that the weight limit is not exceeded, the weight limit of the knapsack is not exceeded, and the total value of the items is as large as possible, that is, we start this session with designing a dynamic programming algorithm for a knapsack problem. That is, we are given with n items of known weights w1 w2 to wn, known weights of each item and its corresponding values, which are also called as profits of that particular objects, and a knapsack with capacity w. We have to find the most valuable subset of the items that fit into the knapsack. So this is the overall concept of the knapsack problem. So let us proceed by using the dynamic programming approach to solve this knapsack problem. So let us consider the instance given by the following data. So there are four items. So in the table we can see their corresponding weights and corresponding values. Values is also called as profits. Okay, so the total capacity of the knapsack is given W equals 5. The total capacity is 5. 4 items, corresponding weights, values, and the capacity. So this will be given as the data. By considering this much, we must have to proceed by using dynamic programming approach to find the maximum profit by considering the capacity of the knapsack. Okay then. So first, this is the initialization that we must have to do. So this is the arrangement required to proceed with the knapsack problem by dynamic programming approach. So it is convenient to define the initial conditions as follows. So F is the name of this matrix. F is the name of this matrix. F of ij. So if I equals 0, whatever may be the value of j, initialize it to 0. Means if I equals 0, for all value of j, initialize 0 0 0 0, means 0th row will be initializing to zeros. And f of I j. Okay, so if j equals 0, whatever may be the value of I, for all value of I greater than 0, you initialize with zeros. That is the column, complete column with 0th column will initialize 0 0 0 0. Okay, so this is the initial setup we must have to do for the dynamic programming approach to solve knapsack problem. And here the data I am writing is much more convenient form. That is, weight 1 is weight of object 1, value 1, v1 is value 1, that is profit or value of object 1, weight 2 value 2, weight 3 value 3. The same data I am representing is this particular format, and this is the arrangement. So what is the size of the matrix must be? For example, what is the size capacity of the knapsack? Capacity of the knapsack is 5. So the number of columns must be 0 to 5, means 5 plus 1, including 0, 0 to 5. Okay, how many number of rows? Rows. So how many objects are there? 4 items, 4 objects are there. So 0 to 4 means 4 plus 1. So n plus 1 rows, j plus 1 W plus 1 columns. What is W? Capacity. What is W? Capacity. So capacity plus 1 columns, items plus 1 rows. So this is the initial arrangements and setup we must have to be prepared with. So I think the concept is clear until now. This is the initialization for the knapsack problem using dynamic programming approach. We shall proceed. We shall proceed step by step. So Consider the logic. Here, in this first step, in the next step, what we will do, we will consider that we are having only one item. We are having only one object, that is object 1 with weight equals 2 and value equals 12. We will consider only this object. We will remaining about other objects as the first step. After initialization, we consider that we are having only one object in our hand. Okay, then okay, then so this is the capacity. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the capacity. So with capacity equals 1, can I include the object 1? What is the weight of object 1? It is 2. It is 2. But here the capacity of the particular column is 1. Can I include the object here? Can I include the object here? No, it does not fit because the weight is 1. Here the capacity is showing the weight is 2. Here the capacity is 1. So I cannot. So I will put 0 here. I will put 0 here. Okay, then where can I put this object? When the capacity becomes 2, I can put the object 1 here. So what is the profit from the object 1? Because see here, the weight is 2. Here the capacity is 2 here. And hence I can fill the particular knapsack with particular object. So if I put the particular object here in this place, so what is the profit? It is 12. It is 12 here indicated. If I put the object in the knapsack here, because at this point of time the capacity is 2 and the weight is 2, this matches. Okay, and hence if I put this, the profit or the value will be 12. Okay, now if I increase the capacity of the knapsack to 3 kgs, how many objects I am having? Only one object. At this point of time I am having only one object. What is the weight? 2. Even though the capacity is 3, I am not having any other objects in my hand. So what is the profit? I can only put that particular object, no nothing option, no other else, correct? No other options I am having. So I will put that object again, and hence the profit will be same. Again, if the capacity increases, it is same. If it is the capacity is 5, I am having only one object. I can put that object with the profit same, that is 12. Okay, so in the first step, I will consider only one object. If the capacity or if the weight capacity is 1, I cannot put because the capacity or the weight is 2. The weight of the object is 2. So when the capacity becomes 2, I can fill that particular place and the profit obtained is 12, value of that object. And as I'm having only one object in my hand, even though the capacity increases, I cannot consider other objects and the profit remains the same because only one object remains in the knapsack here. I think the concept is understood. We shall proceed. So we have done with step 1. Now we are going to step 2, that is I equals 2. So in this step, we will consider both the first object and second object. Okay, if the weight is 1 here in this particular place, if the weight is 1, can I put any object? I cannot put object 1 because the weight of object 1 is 2. But what is the weight of object 2? Here W2 equals 1. It is having 1 kg only. If the capacity is 1 kg, yes, I can put object 2. Object 2. So if I put object 2, what is the profit I'll be getting? Yes, if I put object 2, the profit is 10. 10 I must have to write here. Then if the capacity of the knapsack becomes 2, so which object I can put? I can put object 1. I can also put object 2. But not both. Because the capacity is only 2. If I put both, 2 plus 1, it requires 3 kgs. So at this point of time, I cannot put both. Either I can put 1 or 2. But which object gives me more profit? This is object 1 because it is 12. Object 2 is 10. So hence I will put object 1 here and the profit I will take is 12 here. If the capacity of the knapsack is 3, by considering only these two objects, I can put both these objects now because the capacity is 3, and if I add the weights of both the objects, it becomes 3, and the profit is 12 plus 10. 12 plus 10. So I write 22. If the capacity becomes more, 4 kg, I have already put both the objects. Even though the capacity increases, I am not having any other objects in my hand. If I put both the objects again, the profit remains same, 22. Again, same, 22. Like this. I think you are getting the concept. It is clear. So we are come till this point now. We shall proceed. So now in next step, we shall consider the next object, object 1, object 2, object 3 as well. Okay. So if the capacity is 1, yes, weight 1 is only object 1 with object 2 with object 2, I'll be getting the profit 10. I'll write this. When the capacity becomes 2, I can put only object 1 because it is having highest profit compared to object 2. So 12 remains the same. Now, when the capacity becomes 3 kg, when the capacity of the knapsack becomes 3 kg, so what are the options I am having? See, the object 3 is having 3 kg. What is the profit? 20. I can put the object 3 here. Am I having any better options? If I include object 1 and object 2, what is the combined weight of object 1 and object 2? It is 3 kg. But what is the profit? 12 plus 10, it is 22. If I put only object 3 with 3 kg, the profit is 20. But if I fill that 3 kg with object 1 and object 2, the profit will be 22. That is more than 20. So I will consider 22 here because I sustain or I retain the objects with more profit. So I will not put W3. So I will not put object 3 here. I will keep object 1 and object 2 as it is. Okay, when the capacity becomes 4, so what shall we do now? So here I can take object 3 plus object 2 because can I take object 3 and object 1? Can I take object 3 and object 1? No, because 2 plus 3 it becomes 5. Now the capacity is only 4. So I can take only object 3 and object 2 because it is 3 plus 1. It gives the total weight of 4. So if I take both this object 2 and object 3, what is the profit? It is 30. 10 plus 20, it is 30. Here 10 plus 20, it is 30. So if the capacity becomes 5, so which objects I shall consider now? Object 1 plus object 3. Object 1 plus object 3. So 2 plus 3, it is 5. What is the total profit? 20 plus 12, it is 32. Can I include object 2 also? No, it becomes 6 kgs, but the capacity is only 5 kg. I cannot include. Instead of object 1, if I take object 2, 20 plus 10 becomes it becomes 30. If I neglect this object 2 and with object 3, if I take object 1, of course it gives 12 plus 20, it is more than 30. So I take it as 32. How 32? Object 1 plus object 3. Object 1 plus object 3, 12 plus 20, it gives 32. What is the weight? 2 kg plus 3 kg, exactly it is 5 kg. Okay, so until this we have done. Next, I will consider all the objects now. Okay, so here when the capacity is 1, we are having only one object with weight 1, so only that object number 2 with profit 10. Yes. Then when the capacity becomes 2, so which are the objects with weight 2? First objects, again this is weight 2. Here you can observe last object with weight 2. So which shall I consider? If I consider object 1, I'll be getting the profit as 12. In the place, if I consider the object 4, I will be getting the profit of 15. So which is better option now? So until I was having object 4 as the option in my hand, I was including object 1 because I was having no better option. But now I am having object 4, which is having of weight 2 with profit of 15. So it is better than object 1. So instead of 12, I will write 15 here, because I got a better option. Instead of object 1 with profit 12, I can include object 4 with profit 15. Okay, then I proceed. When the capacity is 3, when the capacity is 3, so what shall I consider? If I consider the object with weight 3, it exactly fits here, but the profit is 20. That is one option. Okay, if I consider W1 plus W2, 2 plus 1, the capacity is 3, the total weight is 3, the profit becomes 10 plus 12, that is 22. It is more than 20. So this is the better option than W3. Am I having still better option? Yeah, what is that? W4, that is object 4 plus object 2. Object 4 plus object 2. What is the weight? This is 1 kg, object 2, object 4 is 2 kg. 1 plus 2 total is 3 kg. The capacity now we are discussing is also 3 kg. It exactly fits. What is the profit? 10 plus 15, it becomes 25. It is more than 22. So I keep 25 here. Next, when the capacity becomes 4, the capacity becomes 4. So which are all the objects I can put? Which are all the objects I can put? Yes, think. So I'm having plenty of options. W1, yes. Along with that, W4, W1, W4. That is object 1, object 4. 2 plus 2, it is 4 kg. But what is the profit? 12 plus 15, it is, yes, 22 and 27. So total will be 27. So it is less. So what is the better option I'm having? Any other option? Yes. If I consider object 3 and object 4, if I consider object 3 and object 4, the weight becomes 5. I cannot consider. So W2 plus W3, W2 plus W3. So total weight is 4 now. The total weight is 4 and the profit is 10 plus 20. It is 30. It is 30. This is the only better option I am having. By combination, by seeing the combinations of all the objects, I can pick this as the best profitable combination. If the if the capacity becomes 5, what next? If the capacity becomes 5, then what? So I can include object 4 with weight 2. Yes, then what next? Weight 3 can I include? Because this is 2 plus this is 3. 2 plus 3, it gives us 5 kg. What is the profit? 20 plus 15, it is 35. It is 35. It is better than 32. Can I include this, or I am having still more better option? Can I have this combination? If you have thought of this, object 1 plus object 2 plus object 4. Object 1 plus object 2 plus object 4. What is the total weight? It gives 2 plus 1, it is 3. 3 plus 2, it is 5. The capacity is 5. And if I add object 1, object 2 and object 4, it gives 5. 2 plus 1 plus 2, it is 5. Of course, I can take this combination. So what is the total profit now? Profit from object 1, it is 12, plus object 2, it is 10. 12 plus 10, it is 22, plus 15, it gives us 37. Yeah, this is the best possible profit that I can take. So this is according to the logic, according to the understanding, we can directly write all the entries. So the maximum profit obtained from the combination by using dynamic programming approach is 37 in the knapsack. So maximum profit that we can carry is 37. We can carry the objects that can give you maximum value. So what is the maximum value that we can obtain? That is 37. Okay, so we are having a formula for that. So now we have done until here. According to the discussion, according to the understanding, permutation and combination we have done in our minds, according to the discussion, and we have understood. Okay, and we have done till here. So we are also having a formula to calculate this, how to enter. If you cannot compare all the values and decide on your own, we are having a formula, a simple formula we are having, using which we can calculate the entries of each and every cells. So we shall go through the formula once. At this point of time, here this are I, this is J, this is I, this is J. Okay, we shall calculate f of what is f? This is the name of the matrix. It is f. I j. What is I? This is 4. What is j? This is 1. This place I am talking about. This is f of 4 comma 1. This is f of 4 comma 1. So what to fill here? What is the number I must have to put here? I have to calculate. So this is the formula. So f of I minus 1 comma j. F of I max, I must have to consider the max value. I have put here as it is max of, okay, I minus 1 comma j. What is I? I is 4. I minus 1 is 3. 3 minus 1 comma j. What is j? 1. Okay, so 3 comma 1. So what is 3 comma 1? This is 10. So I will put 10 here as it is 10. Next, plus vi. What do you mean by v? This is the value. What is I? I is 4. This is I, this is j. So I means 4 here. Correct. Vi means value of fourth object. What is the value? Means nothing but profit. What is the profit? So it is 15. 15 plus, as it is, I will be writing this plus. F of I minus 1. What is I minus 1? 4 minus 1. This is 3. J minus, what is j? This is 1. 1 minus wi. What is wi? Weight of ith object. Ith means 4. Weight of fourth object. What is that? So I minus 1 is 3. I minus 1 is 3 here. Correct. I minus 1 is 3. J minus wi. J minus wi means nothing but, what is j? 0 minus wi means weight of fourth object. 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2 means minus 1. Is it? Sorry, this is 2. What is the value of j here? What is the value of j here? Yes. Yeah, I think we are considering the second case here. See here, f of I minus 1. What is f of I minus 1? It is I is 4, I minus 1 is 3, and j. What is j? It is 4. Correct. Okay. So I minus 1 is 3, comma, what is j? 1. 3 comma 1 is 10. When I must have to keep 10 as it is? When I must have to keep 10 as it is? If j minus w of I is less than 0. I repeat it once again. Listen carefully. What is the value of j? It is 1. It is 1. What is the weight of ith object? It is 2. 1 minus 2, what it gives? 1 minus 2, it is minus 1. It is less than 0. First, I must have to check this. Condition 1 is true or condition true is true. According to our calculation, j is 1. Weight of fourth object is 2. So 1 minus 2, it gives us minus 1, and then it is less than 0. If it is less than 0, second case holds good. What if second case holds good? What I must have to write? F of I minus 1. I minus 1 means 3, and j is of course 1, means whatever there is in previous cell, means previous row, I must have to write the same value here like this. I shall proceed next. Then what next? I is 4 as it is, j becomes 2. J becomes 2. Okay. In this particular cell, I must have to write. Then what I must have to consider? Max of I minus 1 comma j means 3 comma 2 is I comma j. I minus 1 comma j means 4 comma 2 is I comma j. I minus 1 comma j means 3 comma 2. It means previous value in the same column, previous row. So whatever value I'm having, I must have to write this 12. So nothing but copy the value in previous row. Okay, comma. Then f of I minus 1. So before that, I shall check what is j. J is 2. What is weight of I? It is 2. Here, weight of 4 is 2. So 2 minus 2, it is 0. It is equal to 0. So it is belonging to case 2. So I can proceed. So I will check here. F of I minus 1. I minus 1 means 3. J minus wi, I get 0. Because J is 2, weight is 2, I got 0. So 3 comma 0. So what is present in 3 comma 0? It is 0. It is 0. So what is the value of I? Value of I means here I am having 15. 15 plus 0. I think you are getting the concept. How this 12? This 12, nothing, because previous entry, whatever there is in previous, I will copy here as it is. 12 is there in 3 comma 2. So I will consider 12 as it is. So how this 15 plus 0? 15 is V of y. What is V of y? V of I is weight of fourth object. Sorry, value. V means value. Value of I is 4. Fourth object. This is 15. So I will be writing 15 as it is. Then how this 0? F of I minus 1 is 3 because I is 4. 3 comma J is 2. Weight of fourth object is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So 3 comma 0. So in this matrix 3 comma 0 is 0. So I'll put 0 here. Okay, so which is maximum now? 12 is maximum or 15 plus 0? 15 is maximum. 15 is maximum, and hence I'll write 15 here. I shall proceed. So I is fourth row only. J becomes 3 now. J becomes 3. So we shall proceed again. Proceed again. Then what? I shall consider the previous value as it is 22. If 22 is greater, or again I write V of y is same, that is 15. 15 plus as it is I will write f of 3. I minus 1 is 3 comma. Now what is j? 3. What is j? It is 3. What is weight of I? It is same. It is 2. So 3 minus 2 it is 1. So 3 comma 1. F of 3 comma 1. What is there? 10. This is 10. So 15 plus 10. So which is maximum now? 22 is maximum or 15 plus 10? 25 is maximum. 25 is maximum. So I will take 25 here. 25 here. Right? So if I increment the value of j again, it becomes 4 comma 4. So I'll compare 30 because as the previous value 30 I will take as it is. Next 15 I will keep as it is because the value of I plus I messed up to calculate this. What is this now? F of I comma 1 is 3. Correct? 4 minus 1 this is 3. Capacity is 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. So 3 comma 2. What is 3 comma 2? It is 12. It is 12. So 30 is greater or 15 plus 12 is greater. 15 plus 12 is 27 I think. So of course 30 is greater. I will take 30 here as it is. Next 4 comma 5. 4 comma 5. So I will take this 32 as it is. It is the previous row entry. Then 15 plus it remains common because weight of I is 15 plus it remains common. Then this I minus 1 is 3. J becomes 5. This wi becomes 2 as it is. It remains 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3. So 3 comma 3. So what is in 3 comma 3? It is 22. 22 plus 15. 22 plus 15. So 32 is greater or 22 plus 15 is greater? 22 plus 15 is how much? 37. So it is greater now. So by using this formula, I can trace and fill all the elements like that in the entire matrix. I can apply this formula. I have given a demonstration of just one particular row for you. Using this same formula, you can apply and fill each entries in the matrix. So I will come up with this particular matrix. Either you can use the formula or you can decide on your own. You will be coming with these many entries. Now, the major decision is which objects to consider. Which objects to consider. Correct. We have calculated the matrix. Out of this matrix, I must have to calculate the or extract the decision now. We must have to obtain the decision, final decision, whether to include object 1, object 2, object 3, object 4, which item to include. So that decision I must have to take. So I will start from last. I will start from last. So whether to include this? Yes, because this when I consider the object 4, I got the highest profit. I got the highest profit, that is 37, and hence I will include this. Yes, I will include this. Okay, then what is the profit now? 37. But complete 37 given by this object 4? No. What is the profit from object 4? It is 15 only. It is 15 only. So if I deduct 15, that is 15 is the profit given by object 4. But total profit here is 37. So what is the remaining profit? Is 22. 37 minus 15 is 22. Means in this 37, 15 is contributed by object 4. In this 37, 15 is contributed by object 4, but remaining 22 is contributed by some other object. So which are those objects? Which are those objects? I must have to find it out. So before considering this, I must have to check whether in previous row I am having the same entry 37 or not. Here 32 is there, here 37 is there. If these both are different, then I can consider yes. So before directly concluding yes, I must have to check whether the previous row contains the same entry. No, we are different. Correct. So I can consider this object, and 37 minus 15. Now I must have to search which object gives us profit 22. So which object? So I must have to check for entry 22 here in the previous row. Whether 22 is there? Yes, it is there. I must have to check again previous row. 22 is there? Yes, it is there. Means this profit 22 is not as the result of object 3 because it was present earlier itself. Right? So you must not consider this. You must not consider this object 3. Why? Because the 22 is here. In the previous row also 22 exists. So if the same entry is there, don't consider this. So don't consider object 3. Again, 22 is here. Then is 22 present in row number 1? No. These are different again. Hence, I will consider this. Yes, I will consider object 2. So in object 2, what is the profit of object 2? Here you can check. It is 10 only. It is 10 only. Out of 22, 10 is contributed by object 2. What is remaining? Oh, what is remaining? 12. So I must have to find out the object which give us the profit 12. I shall proceed to previous row. Is there 12 entry? Yes, that entry 12 is there. Is that present in previous row also? No, it is not present. So I can consider this object 1. Consider this object 1. Yes, I will consider. So what is the profit remaining? 12. What is the profit given by the object 1? Here you can see the profit is 12. So what is remaining? It is 0. So fine then. With this, I can consider the selected objects are object 1, object 2, and object 4. Here, see the final part of the optimal solution is object item 1, item 2, item 4, or object 1, object 2, object 4. What is the total profit? You can observe here in the last cell of the matrix, it is 37. 37 is the total profit, and these are the items selected, and this will be your answer. This will be your answer. See, you will be given with this particular question. This particular question you will be giving with capacity. With following the approach of dynamic programming concept, you must have to be able to fill this particular matrix like this completely. And after obtaining this particular matrix, you must have to find out which items to include, which items to exclude, and total profit obtained from the combination of items you must have to write and highlight that as the answer, final answer of your content, final content. Okay, so this must be highlighted as the final answer, and this ends the particular answer. I hope the concept is clear for you. Okay, in the next session we shall again check one more example to understand the same concept in the better way. Okay, so in the still, by taking some more example, we shall try to understand the knapsack problem with dynamic programming. Thank you for attending this session.